feels great. I mean, I love these people so much. We set out to do something very daunting and difficult, and that's telling part of the story of that beautiful man. You know, we had his support, we had John's support, his manager. I love Scott, I love Jeremy, I love Odessa. I don't know, I'm feeling very lucky to be here.
Well, you know, it's my city, so I love this festival. I've been here a few times. It's always incredible to be here with something. And, you know, being part of telling this story about Bruce is one of the great privileges of my life. So I'm really happy to be here. You do a lot of work. John Landau is a legendary person in the music business, and wrote an essay in 1974 that said, "I have seen rock and roll's future, and its name is Bruce Springsteen." And that sort of altered the trajectory of Bruce's life. And John has been his producer, manager, partner, co-pilot for 50 years now. So, you know, in a way, it's a love story between the two of them in this moment in Bruce's life when he made Nebraska. But, you know, it's one of the great joys of what I get to do is being a kind of experiential tourist in different worlds and having, you know, access granted to different worlds. And in this case, being granted access to Bruce's universe is just really incredible. Yeah.
It's a wonderful experience, really. I've been involved in a couple of films that have been here before, but unfortunately, I've never been able to make it. So for me to be here today is, I'm really looking forward to it. I think the major thing that attracted me to this piece in particular was Scott, our wonderful director. And, you know, we had a great conversation from the very beginning, and then it's obviously the script. And it's an iconic man that we're trying to tell the story of, do you know what I mean? But my job specifically was to try and capture the essence of his father in a way that I could bring that kind of reality to the screen. And for me, basically, if I'm completely honest, I listened to the audio book and I listened to how Bruce spoke about his dad. And there was this little kind of tone within his voice when he mentioned his father, he created this different tone. So instantly I came up to him and I said, "Do you realize you change your voice when you do your dad's voice in the book?" And he was like, "No, really?" I was like, "Yeah." So basically, I'm a magpie. So I nicked that and I used that tone that he brought to it. And that's where I started with the substance for it, you know what I mean? And then it's about bringing the truth of what his father was. He was an alcoholic and he suffered from, you know, he was a manic depressive. And he was a tortured soul, basically. So he didn't have the skills to be the best father he could. And I think that's kind of what, you know, inevitably, that's the kind of things that we carry as youngsters. They're the traumas that we can carry through our lives. And then it's about Bruce coming to terms with that.
It's pretty special. I mean, New York Film Festival is an incredible film festival. I've never had the opportunity to have a film here. So this is very exciting to premiere the film for me, at least my premiere of the film in the city that I live in. It's really amazing. I think that what was important to me about the character of Faye is that she's very direct in what she wants. She's not trying to play hard to get. She's not trying to play any games, even though she arguably could have done that with one of the world's biggest rock stars at the time. She's just really straight down the line and sees the potential in the relationship that they could have that, you know, she wants to fight for. It was amazing. It was a real dream come true. I mean, I'm a very, very, very big, long-time Bruce fan, so it was really, like, if you had told me 10 years ago that this is where I would be and what I would be doing, it would like have broken my brain. It's really a dream come true.
Well, it's actually like fairly calm and relaxed, surprisingly cool on the red carpet. Some nice, like, I don't know, maturation has occurred on the press line since I was here last. I'm just very excited because I have yet to see the movie. So, yes. And I'm very excited because I just realized that I am wearing an appropriate dress. I was like, oh, I'm not really rock and roll, but I just realized it's a Hungry Hearts dress. Many hearts, hungry hearts. And I'm really excited about it. Well, being able to play anybody's mother, I think for them in real time with them there observing is a real honor and privilege. The fact that it was Bruce Springsteen is pretty cool. It was honestly so beautiful. I really felt honored and like I was a part of some sort of gestalt psycho-magical therapy for him, and I felt like it was a gift given to me to play this incredible woman that then I was able to give back to Bruce, representing these moments from his childhood that I know were, of course, incredibly meaningful. So it was a kind of unbelievable, magical, beautiful experience. Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing to be in something that people are so excited about. People are anticipating this. I live in New Jersey full time, so all I hear from everyone is, "You're in the Springsteen movie? Nah, you're in Spring. Who do you play?" So it's really exciting to just be part of anything, much less something that really honors an amazing artist who has persevered through a lot of personal demons and a lot of criticism to get here. And I got to meet him when we made the movie, and he was lovely. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. I play Al Teller. I was who was the head of CBS Records at the time when all this pressure was being put on Bruce to make another big hit album like Born to Run, and Bruce wanted to make Nebraska, and so much to my character's chagrin, and so my character is put in the position of having to have more faith in his artist and more patience with his artist than he would prefer.
It's incredible. I mean, I guess this time last year we were still filming, so it's quite bizarre. It's happened so fast, but it's just nice to be have a reunion with everyone. Yeah. So I play Matt Delia, who's his lifelong road traveling buddy and very close friend. And so, Matt, like many people during that time, was just there for Bruce. And in that time where he was in the fork of the road of, his life changing and also his past that he had to face.
It's incredible. It's such an amazing experience. Working on the film was equally as incredible. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of this. And the film is amazing, so I can't wait for audiences to see it. I think they're going to love it. I think it's going to resonate with anyone, especially if they have a creative heart. It was really a dream come true in a lot of ways, because I'm literally from the area that this film takes place, from the exact town that Bruce Springsteen grew up in. So, it resonated with me even more so for that reason. So it was just, it was amazing. Everyone was incredible. Scott Cooper, the director, was just so awesome to watch him work and to see how he worked with Jeremy Allen White and Jeremy Strong, who I've admired in everything they've ever done. And I was just so thrilled to be a small part of all of that.
This is the culmination of a lifelong dream to have a film here at the New York Film Festival, and this film in particular, and the experience of making the film and now putting it out into the world is so gratifying and so rewarding, because the movie is so much more than about music. Yeah, we had a few actors and Bruce in Telluride, which is also a very important venue for me. But this is our debut, and in Bruce Springsteen's backyard. And quite a bit of the movie was shot here and takes place in the city. Bruce recorded some of his greatest work just down the street, and you'll see that venue in the movie tonight. If you make a film about Bruce Springsteen, it has to be authentic, because for my money, he's our most authentic artist. So to infuse it with that authenticity, I had to shoot in Colts Neck, New Jersey, Freehold, where he's from, the Stone Pony in Asbury, Power Station in New York City. I think it's a testament to who Bruce is, and that studio allowed me to make the film just like Bruce made the record Nebraska. Kind of lo-fi, minimalist, no gloss, but about human frailty and finding beauty in that.
This is a thing of wonder for me. I was sitting in a room alone, writing a book, and I had no vision of what it would become. But I think the energy behind it is that album Nebraska itself. Bruce Springsteen made something that fertilized a much wider creative world. The book came from it, the movie came from it, but all roads lead back to something Bruce did in 1982, all by himself in a bedroom. I met Bruce Springsteen when I was a teenager, and I'm 60 years old. So I was playing in a little rock and roll band, and we were on the road in North Carolina, and he jumped up on stage with us. And that's where I first met him. Years later, I wanted to write a book, and I was trying to find the right topic, and Nebraska was a record that I'd never stopped thinking about, and I still had questions about it. And I reached out to John Landau, his manager, who's played by Jeremy Strong, and started the process of writing a book. And it took a couple of years, and even then there was no thought that this would become a movie. And it just kept kind of giving off new life. And when Scott Cooper came in, he took our breath away.
It's magic, right? I've been lucky enough to come to this film festival a lot, but to bring one of the icons of the tri-state area, probably the most famous New Jersey person in the history of that beautiful state, to come here and to have achieved what Scott Cooper achieved, that we can come here with pride and feel like we can all drive through the toll booths in Jersey and not get pulled over and beat up is a magical thing. We achieved something great, and it's a real kind of dream come true for all of us. Well, I think what's amazing about the film is we're such a celebrity culture now, and we look at each other through these lenses of Instagram or TikTok, and we see only the great side and not the difficult side. And for an artist who's achieved this incredible career, to be able to be intimate in his life and say, I struggled with things, I did these things, I think is a super important message to everyone. I think young people in particular can see this person has achieved such greatness, but know that he went through difficult times is a really potent and important message right now for people to see, like, I will struggle, I will go through difficult times, but if I keep fighting and have the right people in my life, I can achieve greatness.
Today, as a native New Yorker who grew up seeing shows and concerts in Alice Tully Hall, to then have made this movie, the two of us picking up and moving to Hoboken for 4 months, this movie is a love letter to the tri-state area. It's a love letter to, obviously, Bruce Springsteen's, New Jersey's favorite son, but to be really bringing this movie out to the world here at Lincoln Center for the New York Film Festival is a dream come true.
Very exciting, really. I mean, it's almost surreal in a way that we're here now, but it feels like this is sort of the right place for us to be with this film. As Eric said, it really is sort of a love letter to New Jersey and New York. Really incredible experience, especially having the opportunity to work with Scott Cooper, our writer-director, and the brilliant cast he brought together. And it's just this will be in my deathbed slideshow. Well, he was very involved in the actual writing of the book. He's very close with Warren, and Warren is an incredible writer, and they worked so closely together. So I think he knew where we were going with it. And, he also worked with Scott, as did John, in sort of the creation of the script. So Scott would write a draft, and then he'd fly back and meet with Bruce and John and Warren, and they'd work on give him notes, and he'd go away, and he'd come back again. And so it really was a kind of a collective consciousness.